Hey guys, welcome to my channel and Happy New Year! This is officially my first video that I'm filming in 2025. I'm so sorry for being MIA for almost like 2 months. This new year has absolutely drained me. We've had some family health emergencies and just a lot of chaos in general, so it's been difficult to be able to focus on my work. Even though this year is dedicated to my crochet, I'm taking like a year off and only working like part-time at my corporate job so that I can focus on Scarly and Stitch by Scott and build it. But of course we haven't started off with me being very dedicated at all. But I am back now and I will try my hardest to get back to 1 video a week. However, this week's video is going to be not crochet related, but it's going to be about knitting because I just bought my first ever knitting machine, like a proper vintage flatbed knitting machine. Of course, I will show you guys. It is an Empizzle KH820. So I think it's from the late 60s or early 70s is what the lady said. I picked it up yesterday from Goulburn, made a whole trip out of it. So I've been playing around a little bit with it to try and like at least figure out how to make a little swatch with it before I made this YouTube video, so it's not just like really frustrating because I was playing around with it for hours. But today I will try and set up like a whole little knitting machine corner. I have this like, what's it called? Like a bookshelf actually, because I was looking for like skinny tables because my craft room is already like completely full of tables and I've got like no more real estate left in here, so I wanted like a thin little table for the knitting machine. So yeah, I'm gonna make a little setup in the corner and show you guys. And I also did get some yarn for this occasion, so of course I have to show you guys the yarn haul. So this is all of the yarn I got. It's kind of random. I've got this like Milford Soft in 2 colors. They didn't have that many of it, but it's like 3-ply, so it's super thin, which is what I like about these knitting machines, is that you can use really thin yarn. I have kind of prepared for that with this like 4-ply acrylic. Yeah, just 100 grams. These 2 colors, I'm gonna play around with like the patterns, like the punch cards with these, and then I've got 4 blue because I think I might want to try and like make something serious with this blue. So I got 400 grams of that because that should be enough to make like something. And I also bought this yarn spindle. I have always wanted to try a yarn spinner / spindle, whatever, but I haven't really needed it. And yeah, so that's everything I've got for this. I also actually yesterday I got some oil, like sewing machine oil, because you need to oil this knitting machine every few uses. So that I'm all prepared, and now I'm going to go ahead and set up the table and get the knitting machine on there with all of its parts and show you guys how it ends up looking. Okay guys, I've just finished building the bookshelf. It was actually really easy. It took me like probably 5 minutes. And this is what it looks like. It's nice and small, which is perfect for this little space, like right in here. And super light as well. And I like that it's a little bookshelf and it has extra storage down here so that I can put more things under there because I always need more storage. But yeah, I was going to get like a smaller little, just like a little table, but I couldn't find it and it was cheaper, so I wish I did get that instead, but it wasn't there. And you know, I'm not playing around with shipping and waiting and all of that. I like to get my stuff in person. I like to have it immediately. So this is what we're working with. So now it's time to set up the knitting machine. Oh, I don't know if this feels very stable. All right, well, this is the knitting machine. Table's gonna have to do. Why is it like, okay, it like, do you see that? It's moving around. All right, well, maybe I just need to add more weight to the bottom. I know it doesn't fit like the whole thing, like the whole entire table, the whole entire knitting machine, but I thought that'd be fine as long as I can screw like the little locks in place. She's now locked on and secure. I think I'm gonna try and move the table farther back. All right, here is the new knitting corner that I have just finished setting up. The little antennas go up super high, but here it is. This is the knitting machine, and all of my little tools. I just have a little thing here with the oil and some scissors. And here is the yarn spinner that I put behind here, which is where the yarn will go because it threads through here. And then just like all the little tools that are in the machine. And here is the machine. Sounds a bit creaky, so it might need some oil. But down here, I've put my yarn that I've specifically saved for the knitting machine here. Of course, I'll use other yarn that I have, but for now, this is the yarn that I've bought for the machine. I have all of these little vintage books and patterns and also the instruction manual for the machine down there. And then here is the other half of the machine, which is where all the stuff slots in when you pack it up and it gets nice and compact for travel. I have all the punch cards in there as well and some little swatch cards that I made. This is from the sellers that they made it beforehand. And this one I made yesterday, and then I made this one where I tried out some of the patterns from the punch card as well. So this is the little setup. I'm actually really happy with it, and I like that it doesn't take up that much space. The lighting is a little bit tricky for filming because it's right by the window, but I really like it. And let's get started with making some things. Before I get started on making stuff, I wanted to show you guys the books that I ended up getting as well from the same lady. She had a ton of different books and machines and all sorts of stuff, so she seems like the knitting machine expert in Australia. Yeah, I got this little Empizzle tension chart. This is like the pattern tensions. I genuinely don't know what any of this means. I think it's for like specific yarn, and like I don't know if any of this yarn still exists today, but if some of it does, then I have the tension chart for it. Also got these two Empizzle knitwear collection books which have patterns, and they have like all sorts of little like designs and stuff and patterns for it. Again, do not know what I am reading, so I won't be able to make these for now. And then these Empizzle ones as well, which are like, I don't know, these are like also patterns but kind of different, and they read differently as well. Like, what is this? I don't know. And then I've got this like big serious book, and this one isn't like branded to a machine, so I think you just like, yeah, but they have some like really cool stuff. And so, yeah. And then I've also got all the punch cards here. And if you don't know what a punch card is, which I didn't know until a couple of days ago, it's like a pattern that has like a punch card slot in the machine. So it will make whatever pattern is on the punch card, which is really cool. I don't really understand how it works. It's kind of like computer binary sort of vibe. This is like pre-computer computer. So it's interesting. It's like the mechanics of it. So yeah, this is the ones that like came with the my machine. So this is like some like diamond, it's like flower. That's so cool. I want to make like a sweater with that. Like that's so cute, like a little tulip. What's this? This is like squirrel. Okay, we've got like some squirrel action. This is so random. I can make a squirrel. And then this one I'm really, really excited about. I think I want to try this in this video today, is lace patterns, which is so cool. But I need to like watch YouTube videos on how to do it because I don't know what like settings you need to put on. But like you can see these little like lace patterns, then instead of adding a second color and just like making a pattern in multicolor but like fully opaque, you get little like gaps for the lace. Yeah, so that's everything that I've gotten. I'm really, really excited about it. And now I'm going to show you how I cast on and make something. What am I going to start off with? Maybe I'll do like another swatch card, but with like different, I'll try it with like the pink, like the new yarn that I bought, or with the really thin yarn. I don't know, guys. We'll see what I feel like, but I'll show you guys what I know so far, my very limited knowledge. Okay, I'm coming at you guys from a very strange angle. You guys are literally inside my cupboard right now in the wardrobe, but this is about as good as we will get in terms of the angle. Now it is time for me to experiment with the machine. All right, so I've wound up the skeins of yarn into cakes. It actually took a lot longer than I'm used to with my plush yarn because obviously it's a lot longer. But yeah, so they're done now, and I'm going to try out this spinner. I'm just gonna pop this guy on here like so. I think this is Yep. And then it just like spins around like so. Now it's time for me to thread the yarn. Now I'm going to set up the pins. I'm going to use the tulip punch card. It's a little bit of a rusty old thing, but here are the pins. To cast on, I have to move every second pin backwards, just using this same little like ruler tool. And then now it's time to thread the yarn through. I don't know if you guys can see. You can I feed it through here and then just hold it still. And there we go. Okay, so now we've cast on. It's time to add this little like comb rake tool that just hangs at the bottom of all of the stitches here. Okay. I'm trying not to like get this one at the end. It's kind of hard to... Alright, that's fine. And then now it's time to move all of the back pins forward so that they're all working now. I also need to add my weights and just hang those on the end there. Okay, perfect. And there is the second row. Let me do a couple more rows and then I'll add the punch card in and do the pattern. So I just feed this through. Now it's time to add in this pink yarn. All right, so I have removed the mirror and threaded the pink yarn through. Now I'm going to add it to this and change the settings. All right, and then, oh, uh-oh. Oh, never mind. This is just the first row to get all the pins out, I think. You can see how, like, the pins are, like, in a new pattern. Okay, hopefully this works. Okay, cool. Well. Oh. No, it did break. Okay, y'all. We have entered our first flop, so I'm gonna try that again. There is a massive hole right there, so we're gonna just go ahead and cut the yarn. Okay, so this is what we had going on before it, I don't even know what happened here, I guess, like, well, there's dropped stitches, so that's what happened. Some stitches dropped, but this is, you see like the bottom of the tulip? It's actually really small. Yeah, well, what a shame. We'll try again and hopefully it works out better this time. Okay guys, so plans have been canceled because I tried again and the exact same thing happened. And I think it's just too complicated of a pattern for me at the moment, I guess. So I'm going to revisit and try one that has a little bit more going on because I think that will decrease the likelihood of the stitches dropping and like everything going haywire. I'm still very much giving beginner, so please do not listen to any of the instructions that I am like providing in this video. This is purely for entertainment purposes. Okay, so I have swapped the yarn to this 3-ply thinner yarn and I've knitted a few rows and yep, it's all looking good so far. So now I'm gonna try my luck and try this same pattern again. Not the tulip one, the other one. I don't really know what it's meant to be quite yet. So here is the second color of the yarn for the pattern and I'm going to start now. Okay guys, we just have 2 more rows left of this little pattern and then I am done with this swatch card for this punch card. So it doesn't look like I've messed up or done anything wrong. I'm don't want to speak too soon and I don't want to mess it up these last 2 rows. So I'm going to do these 2 rows and then do a little bit of just the pink normal color knitting and then cast off. Just going to do these 2 rows now and last one. Casting off takes the longest, but I think I'm finally getting the hang of it just because you practice it so much with all these needles. So I actually do kind of enjoy it, but I think over time it'll drive me nuts, but hopefully I do get quicker. Alright, so we've officially finished the first successful swatch of this pattern. It has come out looking like this little, I don't really know what to call it, I don't know what type of pattern it's called, but it looks really cool. It looks way better on camera too, actually. And then, yeah, just with this thinner yarn. Hello everybody, I am back and it is a new day, so I have a couple things to update you on regarding my knitting machine. I realized that there was quite a bit of rust on each of the pins on the machine. And obviously I did notice this when I bought it, but I thought it wouldn't be that big of an issue because the seller didn't make a big deal of it to me. But it was kind of, you know, it just like wasn't nice and it was kind of like rubbing off on bits of the yarn there, and I just thought like I'd be better off cleaning the pins. I do need to buy new ones to replace the needles because some of the rust has like really eaten into the metal and it's not perfect. So I think I will definitely buy some new needles, but for the meantime that will take a while to arrive, so I wanted to clean them. So I spent the entire Saturday basically cleaning all of the needles. I had to take them out. I really learned the mechanics of the machine while doing that, which was good. So I had to like take every single needle out one by one, all like 200 of them, and sand them down. I like got like all the, like my hands were black, my legs were black. I was sanding all of the rust off and the discoloration, and yeah, so that's what I had been doing. And then I put like the sponge bar back in, and then I guess like I was silly and I didn't put it in the right way, and then I bent a lot of these little like needle the like needle, I don't know what to call it, the like foldy bit. So I had to like use my pliers and like re-bend all of them back again. So that took like a lot of yesterday as well. So that has been a nightmare, and I've cleaned all of the like, I don't know, I've cleaned it all and like re-greased it and, you know, done the whole shebang. So I feel like a handyman. I feel like Bob the Builder. But I'm proud of myself that it's all fixed up now, and then I just have this little like piece of work dangling. I did end up trying a strawberry pattern, this little strawberry pattern, which I thought was really cute. It doesn't look as good as the pattern photo, and obviously like I don't have green to make the little leaf part, and I don't know how to like swap them out just yet, but I do want to learn how to make the strawberries properly. Okay, so the dress tutorial I am watching is by Ganzi Lifestyle, and it's like a green girly dress pattern, and it says it's beginner friendly. So she starts by doing an E-wrap method for casting on. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that as well. It's a lot more tedious than just casting on with the machine, but it does work out fine as well. So I'm just gonna do that to start. Okay, I've cast on and I've done 1 row, so now I have to make like the rib. And it is really tight and it is kind of hard to drag across. We'll see if it's easier this time around. Jesus. Nope, it's actually worse. I have to get up. God, I don't know what that is. So I don't think it's getting caught on anything, it's just really tight. Could be maybe the thickness of the yarn again. But as long as I'm not dropping any stitches, that's what matters. Okay, so I've finished the 30 rows to make the rib, and it was actually a lot easier to glide the machine across after the first couple rows, I think, because I had pushed the needles out all the way. But yeah, now it is time to make the ribbing, so I have to take off my weights. And then I basically just have to thread the bottom up so that it makes a rib. Alright, so now I have made an additional 80 rows of just normal knitting, and it's time to increase by 5 stitches. I have not increased before on the machine, so I'm just going to pull one forward on each side, and yeah, we'll see how this goes. You guys wouldn't know this, but it's been like over a week since I filmed the original video because I had to get out of the house. I had a trip and then I had to get out of the house because we're doing a renovation, but now I'm back and I am currently sewing together my first ever garment. I finally have gotten a little bit more confident with the machine now. It's still a little bit challenging. I'm still trying to figure out how to like navigate it, and when stuff gets caught, I'm still like unsure of like the reasoning. I have made some mistakes in this garment, but I've just figured it's literally taken me so long to just like make one clothing item. I'm just gonna love it with all of its flaws. So I'm currently slip stitching the two panels of a dress together. Yeah, so I will get back to you guys when it's done because I've already messed around so long with this machine on camera that I actually cannot deal with having to go through any more footage when I edit this video of me just like doing absolutely nothing. So I will be back when it's done, and hopefully it fits me and hopefully it looks decent so that we can end this video on a high note after lots of struggle. Alright guys, sorry in advance. My room looks like it's been hit by a bomb. I could come up with all the excuses in the world, but you know how it is sometimes. So the dress is finally finished and I have it on. So I'm gonna stand back and show you guys what it looks like. I don't know if you guys can see like the full the full dress. I hate that this camera is like such a close lens. I think I need to get a new lens, but this is what it's giving. This is what it looks like in the back. I don't know what it looks like in the back. It might be a mess, but yeah, I am happy with it. I don't know that I would wear it in public. I'm not, like, I think I need to block it. Maybe it's a bit too late for that. I don't really know what blocking is, but I know that it will like stop this like curling, so I'm not a big fan of that. Like, I think for a first time, I can't complain. So I am happy with what it looks like for a first garment. Yeah, I probably won't wear it though, but I'll try again and make some other different dresses. Maybe I'll try and play with the machine myself now that I know a little bit more. But yeah, so I am happy that I did make a clothing item for this video. Thank God it wasn't just like little tension swatches and whatever nonsense that I was doing. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. It would really help out my channel. And if you guys want to see more crochet and now I guess knitting machine related content, you can subscribe and join my little family. Love you guys. Bye.